Special thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing access to the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 Speedo. I hope you had a great week. This week was a special week because we had the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack released for The Sims 4 on Thursday, March 6, 2025. And today we're going to be building a coffee shop with a livable family-oriented house / apartment above. So we are building in Nordhaven, which is the beautiful new world that came with the Business and Hobbies expansion pack. I'm building on an empty lot. It's a 20 by 20, and it's called Comfortably Canal Side, which is kind of off on the bottom portion of the world. And there's there's another empty lot here as well in this particular area. But I chose this area because I just loved the surroundings. You have bridges nearby. You also have this little train going by and everything. It's a very nice little area, and I thought it's a perfect place for a coffee shop because it's right on the corner and you have beautiful views of the canal and everything. So good spot, prime location, I would say. And yeah, we're just kind of fixing up the exterior, trying to figure out the windows and what I wanted to do. The coffee shop side actually ends up changing quite a bit because I just didn't want to use those windows yet. But before we go any further, I just want to quickly mention that if you are picking up the Business and Hobbies expansion pack or any other pack or kit for The Sims 4, feel free to use my creator code. It's just TheSimified at checkout on the EA app, and it'll go to provide a small commission to support me as a creator and to the channel. So thank you so much if you do decide to use my creator code, but no pressure. So back to the build. Yeah, as you can see, I went for yellow on the what will be the family side, but actually the second story above the coffee shop actually becomes part of the livable space as well. We also have a back area as well, which will be above that glass portion there, but this whole area is going to become the coffee shop. And I was just figuring out ways to kind of make it feel open, but still kind of have some structural support and some beams and some detailing there. So we kind of figured that out using a new staircase. This is a floating staircase. So at first I put it on the wrong side, which my bad. But we do quickly correct that. And then there's also some new railings. This one in particular has a light in it, which I think is really neat. But there are so many different railings and fences, new ones actually, especially new windows and everything. New doors you can see here. There's a bunch of different versions, so you have a bunch of swatches for the doors, but these particular glass doors that you might have seen there are actually I don't know, they're kind of like privacy glass, so you can't really see through them. They're kind of blurred, which is very cool. So I use that for what will be the public bathroom, and then a doorway into the actual livable house from the cafe and out to the back exterior door, which I imagined would be a mudroom, but I didn't really put anything else in there, except for later on we do add a wardrobe and what else do we add? Oh, a bike out there, I think, pretty sure. But the cafe is taking shape. I did end up calling it Plumbob Brew Co, and it's actually not a bad price altogether, 86,887 simoleons, and it only requires base game and businesses and hobbies. So if you do want to grab this build on the gallery, here's the gallery listing. As you can see, basically, it's just, I wanted to do some base game builds with the pack, and so we're gonna do a couple of those. I think my next speed build, I'm actually going to ramp up a little bit, and I'm going to do a speed build on a Wednesday, middle of the week. And I'm going to do either a tattoo shop or a bakery, but I want to get all of the base main careers, especially the new ones, or the basically businesses that you can run. I want to get builds for those out first, and then we can focus on doing some other things like spa related businesses and all the different kinds of businesses that you can do with all the other expansion packs and packs that you may or may not have. But you can you can use and play with those things and use those things with this business and hobby. So it's really great to see that cross pack compatibility there. But as far as build and buy mode for businesses and hobbies, I actually really love everything that came with the pack. We have new wallpapers, new brick, a bunch of new signs, new windows. I love the wood tones and everything on the furnishings. Everything's very like neutral, clean, very Scandinavian, and dare I say, a bit kind of like IKEA-ish almost. But really great stuff. I really love how it just looks, and everything just kind of flows so nicely together. We have a new toilet stall, this is going to be the public bathroom that I'm just putting together, but pretty simple. Didn't want to crowd it up too much. I was thinking about 2 toilet stalls in there, but they're just so huge, so we just do 1, and that's enough. So yeah, we have these new curtains that you just saw me place. I do put a new microphone out there as well, just for some fun. And yeah, doing some exterior lighting now. And I kind of zoom all over the place a little bit. I didn't really have like a rhyme or reason, but I do save the like landscaping and stuff for the end. But I was just trying to get some lighting because the build actually seemed quite dark on the exterior. And this world actually has some interesting lighting too. I mean, right now it's kind of bright, but if you just like toggle the lighting in build mode, like the evening time and like the morning time are actually still quite dark, which is strange. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but figuring out the floor plan for the livable area upstairs, we do change this out. I was like, what am I doing? Like, Sims are just going to walk right up into the livable space. And I'm like, wait, I need some kind of entranceway. So we just undo all of that and create like an entrance hallway space here, which kind of is pretty similar, but we're picking out a front door. This is one of the new front doors, which I really like. And we're using the floating staircase again, but this time I'm going to actually turn it a little bit to give some more room to this 3rd floor area, which will become bedrooms and a bathroom and stuff. So yeah, it was just taking up a lot of space. So I just kind of curved it a little bit and then pushed it back a little bit, which allowed me to create a nice floor plan up here. Just it's very messy at first, but it does kind of improve as I kind of figure it out and work it out and figure out where I want things to go and kind of how it should be. But I think I was going to keep that like roof bit there kind of like boxed in so you didn't see the brick coming through, but I took that out so that way I could have a bit more space. We have these new fireplaces. There's 2 new fireplaces. This one is more of the modern one, but there's also like a more traditional looking one, but they're so nice. I love a single tile fireplace. It's great that we finally have something like that. They go great in like a corner of a room and everything like that. This is the dining room space, and I was putting the kitchen together and I thought about having this giant big glass door out to the like back little patio area, but I changed that out because I really did not like the broken upness of the kitchen up here. I was like creating this fridge area over here, and then I'm like, I don't know, I don't really like how far away that is. Like, it's on the other side of the room compared to like where the stove and the sink were. And then I was like, oh, I'll just put it in a closet because, you know, just hide it so you don't really see it, you know, with one of the new glass doors. But then I'm like, I don't know about this either. It's just not working. It looks nice, but I think what we ended up in the end is just really nice. I did think about like a glass like wall of windows and was checking out how it looked on the exterior. And I'm like, that's kind of nice. I like it, but we don't keep it. I do shrink out the windows and stuff, but just painting and doing some flooring because I realized maybe that'll help me figure out what this kitchen should look like. So we borrow one of the new doors, which is really nice. Kind of looks like a window from here, but it's not. Change the kitchen to white and black because I feel like that works better because the windows framing, especially in this part, is black. And I was thinking about a half wall, but I didn't like how it looks. We end up making like almost like a hallway out to the back area here, but really nice because then I can make it an accent wall and it just works really well, I think. So I'm using the new base game tiling here, and I went for the lighter color subway tile and using these new windows here in the kitchen, but and also this new wood slat wallpaper, which is really nice. I used it the same in the cafe, So I kind of figured, since these particular Sims are going to own the cafe downstairs, I should carry some of the theme of the cafe up to the second floor into the livable space, at least in this portion anyway, because it's kind of like they took it over and kind of expanded their kitchen and dining into there. The living room, unfortunately, is very small, but it's workable. There actually is no TV, because I figure your Sims are really going to be busy running their home business and they're not really going to have time for a TV. But we do put like a small little office / desk space up on the second floor or third floor landing, actually, where your Sims can actually use a computer to kind of build up the fun and everything. So I was going to put it down here right by the front entrance, and I'm like, no, I don't think this is going to work here. So I do end up moving that, but just trying to figure some stuff out. Doing another interior door, and then I do all of the interior doors, and then I move the desk upstairs, because I was like, this is a much better space for it, a much better area. It's kind of out of the way. In a way, it's kind of tucked in the corner there, but it's also something to kind of fill the space in the hallway. And then bathroom tiles, using the base game bathroom tiles, the new ones that were just recently added. But yeah, I haven't really played around too much. I did actually play a little bit running the cafe, which is actually surprising. It actually works really, really well. Like, Sims actually do what they're supposed to do. So they will order coffee, and you can set what Sims will do. So they will order coffee, they can eat, they can read. There's a bunch of different activities. I even have be friendly, so they will be like socializing and friendly with other Sims. Not that they wouldn't be, but I feel like maybe this makes them a bit more. But it worked really well. Sims actually ordered the coffee and everything, so it was great. I was making quite a bit of money. As far as like setting stuff up and lots, and kind of setting rooms, that was a bit of a cluster. And mind you, I'm going into this blind. I actually haven't watched the developer like walkthrough or anything like that. So I'm checking this out like by myself. So I really had no idea how anything worked, which kind of makes it more fun because I get to figure it out. But setting rooms and stuff was a bit tricky. I found that right now the lot is just a regular residential. And then when you register a small business by clicking on the little business sign, which I put behind the coffee counter, or you can do it via the phone and I believe the computer as well. But you register the small business, you can name it. So you can name it the Plumbob Brew Co. Almost said coffee, but Brew Co. And yeah, so you name it, and then you can set what your Sims will do. You can also restrict it by like ages of Sims. So for example, I set that young adults, and elders can visit. I don't really want kids in the cafe. So anything like that. You can set like different like Simoleons status and everything like that. So it's very granular as far as like what you can set for your business. But once it's registered, you flip it open, and then that's pretty much it. You can assign employees and everything like that. And give them tasks to do. I, in particular, had my one Sim manning the coffee bar area, but I found that once it was registered and as a small business, the game, for some reason, I don't know if this was just a weird glitch or something, but it set the rooms as like public for the coffee area, which is expected, because it's supposed to be accessible via the public. But then the residential areas, some of the areas weren't like fully marked as residential. And the same thing goes for areas that I wanted public, like the bathroom off the cafe was not set as public. So Sims wouldn't be able to use that. But then when I went out to manage worlds and then just accessed build mode that way, I was able to set those areas. And then when I went back into like live mode and like the play mode, I guess, if you will, I was able to set those rooms again, like kind of access them. So it was very strange. But I also found out like when sharing to the gallery, this is shared as a regular residential lot. In order for you to make it a small business and have like the cafe functioning, you need to register the business and name the coffee shop what you want it to be. And then that will make it a residential small business. Now there is a new lot type called small business venue, but that does not allow Sims to live on it. So that was a bit confusing because I originally set the lot as a small business venue when I was kind of figuring out how to share it. And then I'm like, wait, Sims can't live here because the game pretty much says. So basically that's a dedicated lot for just having the business on, and that's it. So I don't know. I think a tutorial might be worth it once I play around with it more and figure out more. That way I can have, a good understanding of the system. Because it was just like, wait a minute, like I thought there was supposed to be like a small business residential and then there's a small business venue. You know what I mean? I thought there was going to be two, but there isn't. It's just a regular residential. But then once you register the business, it flips it, I guess. It's interesting how it works actually, but setting the rooms is very similar to Lovestruck or For Rent. Well, no, Lovestruck? No, For Rent, sorry. I'm getting my packs confused, but yeah. So yeah, it's very similar to that where you kind of click on the room and then you mark it as residential, public, employees only. But in this case, I didn't set any areas as employees only because, what would they need for running a cafe, basically? I feel like the employees only area would be good for like a dedicated small business venue lot, because that would just be the business, and then you can kind of add other things that employees may need for the business, and you'd probably have more room too. But I am definitely looking forward to playing around with it a bit more and kind of figuring it all out, and I think I probably will end up watching the gameplay walkthrough just because I do want to have a bit more of an understanding of it and how everything works and how the systems work, and to make sure that I have it right as well. But we are nearing the end of the build. I kind of blabbed all about it, but yeah, just kind of doing some finishing touches. For the first time ever, I've used this terrain paint with little grass bits in it, kind of on the lot, because I couldn't really find a nice stone that matched quite well that would have used like another expansion pack or a pack. So I use this and I think it's nice. It works well, just putting in a tree there, but the only tree. And then we do some like landscaping around the front there, but not much, just because there really isn't a whole lot of room for it. Putting some bikes around. These are new bikes that are rideable by your Sims, and then just doing some landscaping outside this livable area, which I think just ties it all together nicely. So yeah, just some bushes, and that's really, I didn't do anything much with like flowers or anything, because again, no space. I was thinking about doing actual floor tile here, but yeah, I was like, you know what? It looks great the way it is. I think it just looks so nice. I like the clash of the colors, but it also fits very well in this portion of the neighborhood as well, because of all the surrounding lots and their vibrant colors and everything. Very nice little location, and yeah. Just kind of zooming around the exterior, and then I will show you the floor plan. So the pink is the public areas, and then the purple is the residentially set areas. So you can see where my Sims will live is the purple area. And then we're just kind of checking out the cafe. Sims are actually reading and drinking coffee, which they tend to, I will say, obsessively read. So they will go grab a bunch of books and everything constantly. So that is a problem. At least they're not like drinking the coffee constantly, but all in all, it's a very neat system, and I'm really looking forward to playing with it some more and figuring it all out. She had way too much coffee, I think, just by her facial expression. And yeah, this is a little like seating area off the back, and then you're kind of facing the cafe from the seating area. Now we're going into the livable portion, which floating staircase here, a little bike under there, a little decorative piece. This is the hallway bit upstairs. Did a little welcome mat, and that's base game. That was like one of the reward things, I think. This is the living room space with that brand new fireplace. Absolutely love it. I love all of the items that came with this pack, and I've actually not used or explored all of them yet. So this is just what I have done, but yeah, that's all I had for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, we're going to be kind of ramping up so that way I can get some base builds done and figure out the pack a bit more. So yeah, I will look out for a video during the week. I'm looking to have one up on Wednesday, and then we'll have one next weekend as well, probably on Saturday too. I tend to like to target Saturday if possible, but yeah, let me know what you think so far of the expansion pack. Did you get it? What are you planning to build first, if and when you do get the pack? Like, what do you want to play with? Like, what do you want to do? Tattoo shop, pottery, coffee? There's so many different options. But that's all I had for this video. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon with another.